So how do you improve on one of the best shooters of last year? Developer Grey Matter Interactive faced that task when it was given the job of making Call of Duty United Offensive, the expansion pack for last year's superb World War II shooter, Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty was an intense gaming experience, so for United Offensive, Grey Matter aims to ratchet up the intensity even higher. The single-player campaign in United Offensive unfolds very much like Call of Duty. You play as 3 Allied soldiers, an American paratrooper, a British SAS commando, and a Soviet infantryman caught up in the great struggle against Nazi Germany. The expansion gives you a taste of some of the biggest battles of the war, from the frozen siege of Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge to a Guns of Navarone-style commando mission behind German lines. And finally, Kursk, the greatest tank battle in history. You'll spend plenty of time running around, ducking under bullets, and facing hordes of German infantry and tanks coming at you. But the expansion also throws in some cool new experiences, such as playing as a gunner on board a B-17 bomber high over Germany, to racing on the water in a patrol boat. United Offensive is all about huge set-piece battles where all heck is breaking out all around you. While a battle in Call of Duty usually involved Germans coming at you in manageable numbers at a time, the sheer number of opponents that the computer throws at you in United Offensive is almost overwhelming at times. It helps that the levels and maps are a lot bigger, but there is definitely a lot more action packed on the screen. You'll also get a number of new toys to play with, as Grey Matter has added a number of weapons, including semi-automatic rifles for the Germans and Soviets, which are a more than welcome addition. Also new are the machine guns, such as the German MG32 and the American 30 cal, both of which can deliver a heavy rate of fire, but you can only use them while you're stationary and prone. And yes, there is a flamethrower, which is a spectacular weapon to see in action. About our only complaint about the single-player campaign is that it's a bit too short. It's not that long. The fast pace of the action works against the game, as there's somewhere between 5 to 10 hours of gameplay. Granted, it's really excellent gameplay, but there's just not a lot of it. The good news is, after you've exhausted the single-player campaign, you can look forward to the impressive new multiplayer modes in United Offensive. There are 11 huge new maps that easily dwarf the largest maps from Call of Duty. Thankfully, you can now jump into various vehicles, such as tanks and jeeps, to help cover the large distances and, of course, pound your opponents. Given the wild success of games like Battlefield 1942, it's not surprising that some of the new multiplayer modes have a Battlefield flavor to them. The new Domination mode is very much like Battlefield 1942's Conquest mode, in that each team has to take over a set of strategic points on the map in order to win. Base Assault is another new mode that should prove popular, as the goal is for each team to destroy the opposing team's bunkers. The catch is that destroying a bunker is a 2-stage affair. First, the bunker has to be shattered by heavy weapons fire, and then infantry must run into the gutted ruins and plant explosives. By turning up the intensity, United Offensive breathes new life into Call of Duty, which is saying quite a bit because Call of Duty is an impressive game by itself. Nonetheless, this is an excellent expansion, and it's a no-brainer to say that it's a must-have if you own Call of Duty.